I don't even know how to start this video. I'm just really confused. I'm angry. I'm upset, and I frankly feel screwed over. This was my first time at Anime Expo and my very first time at a Bilibili event. And the only word I can think of right now to describe the experience is that it was a disaster. I woke up so excited to go. I have been looking forward to this for so long. And I get there only to be forced to wait in line for like 2 to 3 hours. I got severely sunburnt. I don't know if you could see it that well in this video, so maybe I'll do an overlay, but like I literally got damaged, got like poisoned by the sun, all for nothing. By the time I got to the Yiggy Bean booth, because I wanted to see my friends and hang out, I was not feeling well. And fortunately, Yiggy Bean is just amazing. They're really wonderful people. They let me sit inside their booth with my little portable fan and drinking my water to just try to feel better and decompress. Like, this was the worst experience ever for an autistic person, in my opinion. By the time I was done sitting and starting to feel better and ready to walk around, it was already getting close to the time where the Bilibili panel would be happening. I literally didn't get to experience anything about Anime Expo. Nothing. I have to make myself feel better first because I'm in pain, I'm exhausted, I'm dehydrated, and then I have to go down to the complete opposite hall of the convention to get to the Bilibili panel. There's already a huge line starting from inside, looping all the way outside, going into like a whole snake. It was crazy. Then once again, I'm forced to sit outside in the sun and I'm miserable. I'm sweating. I feel awful. Like, this just is off to a horrible start, right? Then I finally get inside the little auditorium or big space, whatever you want to call it, where the Bilibili panel was taking place. And there was like little footage of different IP from Bilibili playing on a loop. And guess what? There was footage for Heaven Official's Blessing and other IP that was officially promoted and advertised on social media, but it was just stuff we had already seen before, like little clips from season 2 and whatnot. Every time on the loop you would see the characters from Heaven Official's Blessing, people would be squealing and cheering. Like, everybody was just so excited, despite the fact we were so exhausted. So many of us were sunburnt, but we were just like, whatever. We made it for this specifically.
如果不知道怎样活下去，就为了我而活下去吧。
I literally traveled across the country from Maine all the way to California, spending thousands of dollars traveling alone for the very first time to experience whatever the TGCF news would be at the Bilibili panel. I just want to stress, it was in fact officially promoted multiple times that Heaven Official's Blessing would have some kind of appearance, news, announcement, whatever, at this Bilibili panel. It was even retweeted by the voice actor for Hwachong. This panel ended up being like an hour and 20 minutes, and most of the stuff they showed was like a show that I feel like most people had never even seen before or cared about. Like, no offense. There were literally people getting up and starting to like leave. People were getting bored. They're like, well, I might as well get in the line for the merch they're at least offering. And I think they were doing like a cosplay photo shoot or something with people that dressed up in the IP. So obviously a lot of people showed up in Heaven Official's Blessing cosplay. I keep checking the time. I'm like, wait, there's only like 5 minutes left. Wait, there's only like 2 minutes left. Wait, there's only 1 minute left. Wait, we're going over the time. I was so confused. And then boom, the lights go out, nothing. It's over. No Heaven Official's Blessing, nothing. You could feel the tension in the room. Everybody was upset. And I feel like you can't blame us. Like, this is actually justified because, again, it was officially promoted that there would be Heaven Official's Blessing news. Is this not false advertising? I feel scammed. I feel screwed over. I feel duped. And mind you, I was literally in contact with Bilibili. I made it very clear in my messages that I was excited specifically for Heaven Official's Blessing news happening at this panel. And I was trying to negotiate to see if they might be able to sponsor the trip, like cover the travel, transportation, whatever, because, you know, I'm a full-time content creator, whatever, you do what you gotta do. In that same correspondence, they're like, well, we'd love to have you there. We'd be excited to see you there, but you'd have to get there on your own. So I talk about this online, just sharing my feelings. I'm like, oh, what a bummer. Like, it was so nice to be able to talk to them. They said they'd love to have me there, like, but I can't afford to go. And so my community is in my comment sections, and people were like, hey, you should make a GoFundMe. I never would have made a GoFundMe if it wasn't for the encouragement from my community, and I was blown away, literally brought to tears tears that people were donating so much money. People just really wanted me to be there to experience this and then report back on the news, make content on it. And Bilibili knew this because I told them that in our private messages. I don't know. I really don't know what else to say. I just don't get it. I feel screwed over. I got severely sunburnt. I'm in so much pain. I wasted thousands of dollars. I traveled across the country from Maine to California, doing like 8 hours of flying on a plane all by myself, so being nervous about that. I landed on, when was it? Wednesday, hung out with some people, which was nice, but then Thursday was this event that just happened. It was horrible, and now I have to leave in like a couple hours to get to the airport and go back home. I feel fucked over. I don't have anything nice to say about Anime Expo or the Bilibili panel. I'm so disappointed, and I hate that they made an apology tweet, but they didn't even acknowledge at all the thing about Heaven Official's Blessing and other IP that was promoted would be there. I just went around and I found people dressed up in Heaven Official's Blessing cosplay or just MXTX cosplay in general, and I was like, hey, do you guys mind doing an interview? Can you just share how you feel? Because I want Bilibili and Anime Expo to hear from the community how upset and disappointed we are. So many of us in the Dame community traveled so far, spent so much money, all to feel like the rug was pulled out from under our feet. They said there would be Heaven Official's Blessing news, and there just wasn't. Like, there's nothing else to say. I don't know. I can't think of anything else to say. So you know what? Let me just roll the clips of other people's feelings right after the panel ended.
Billy, if you hear me, I got some words for you. First of all, you are going to promote this event with Heaven's Official Blessing. I see Sonlong. I see Shay Leon in a picture, and you're giving out merch, but you're not going to announce one thing? Oh, hold on. You got me fucked up. And then, not to mention, I waited 2 hours in the hot-ass fucking sun to be here to listen to an announcement that would last 5 minutes. Didn't even last one. Listen. Billy. Not Billie Eilish, Bilibili. Don't piss me off because we got amazing cosplayers. I see another Song Long. I see another Hua Chong. And you're just gonna pull this shit? No.
I just want to say that this whole thing was a disaster of a plan. Like we got in the line, I mean, later than some of you guys, like maybe 45 minutes in advance. One dude was like, hey, they're letting in people from the back of the line. You guys should just all cut through. And in like 5 seconds, the whole line dissolved. It was absolute mayhem. Everybody was trying to shove into one side. A lady screamed at us all to stand on the duct tape. So we had a couple good announcements, and then the other 75% was spent showing like 2 full episodes of an anime that I'm sorry, but I don't really care about, and then like a 20-minute director's announcement. The only thing that kept me going was my friend's little brother getting a signed link click board and being extremely insufferable about it the whole time, and it was really funny. Like every 5 minutes he's just turning like signed by the link click director, by the way.
Do you think we'll still get news eventually?
Hopefully. My friend was really mad because apparently there was supposed to be a big 2B Hero X announcement, but that just didn't happen.
I understand that Immortal's Journey is one of their major IPs, but like to have no mention of Heaven Official's Blessing, they did this last year, and at least they made us wait till the last 5 minutes of the panel to give us something, and they didn't give us anything.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And I'm like, I feel like a lot of my time was wasted in a little bit, because like I'm just really hoping that they at least release something online. I heard that they have a lot more content that they couldn't get through, so I'm just really, really hoping they'll release something for us after this.
I'm pretty disappointed. I mean, every single advertisement for this panel included Heaven's Official Blessing, the physical things in the convention center, all the posts online. One of my big motivations for waiting in the line for this panel outside in the Los Angeles heat was for another Heaven's Official Blessing announcement, because we're one short film away from hopefully another full season, so we can get into the Blackwater arc properly. So I was hoping this would be the final, short film announcement. But I'm hoping, I'm trying to give grace that maybe there is something behind the scenes that they had to pull the announcement, but some acknowledgement of it would be nice, because it's pretty frustrating to say the least. Absolutely, yeah.
A little let down. I mean, I'm happy that they showed us a little clip here and there, and there was a lot of people there that were excited that we might see something. But yeah, definitely disappointed that there was no Heaven Official Blessing update of any kind. So.
And they promoted Heaven Official's Blessing.
blessing.
Right.
So the fact that it wasn't there, do you think we'll get news eventually?
I hope so.
Yeah.
I'm going to stay positive and hopefully we will.
Very disappointing. I think that they should have separated the panel out. I think Bilibili as a company is big enough now where they can do what Crunchyroll does and have their different IPs as different properties. So instead of having one giant Bilibili panel, they should just have like individual panels for each different like IP and really focus on their popular IPs and maybe just do a what's next from Bilibili panel for their smaller things, like the things they announced in the beginning. So I think that's more better, so that people aren't being led on, especially like when you're leading them on about their two of their most popular IPs, which is To Be Hero X and Heaven Official's Blessing. Like, definitely should be more clear about like what they're going to talk about, so that people aren't, they're making the most of their con, because there wasn't a single IP there that I am a fan of. I like Link, like kind of. I've not finished the whole thing, but like I could have gone to literally anything else. My friend went to a really interesting panel that wasn't industry. I probably would have just gone to that. That sounded interesting, because it's fascinating. But like, yeah. I also rushed to this panel, so like I missed social interactions with people. So anyway, Bilibili just needs to work on that for the future. And I think that people it makes sense people are disappointed. That's all.
Honestly, I feel like the entire panel was poorly planned because half of it was like that To Be Immortal's Journey episode thing and not actually talking about anything. And then like everyone was. I feel like the fact that we were put in and then they immediately started another panel afterwards as well definitely affected it. And also I feel like they put a lot more on like the panel description than what was like advertising than what was actually shown.
Okay, the next thing that wasn't the best was definitely the cosplay prizes. They told us to meet at the front and they were going to pass out prizes there, but a lot of us weren't given it. And then we went to the back over there, they kicked us out, and then they said there's no more freebies for cosplayers.
Really?
And then in that giant line, it was mixed between cosplayers and non-cosplayers, and cosplayers weren't able to get like, the merch, and then like non-cosplayers were able to get the merch that they were supposed to get, and it was just a mess.
So I actually didn't have anything to do today and I came just for this. I drove all the way out an hour and a half. I wore this whole cosplay because I thought they were going to announce something for TGCF, and we sat there. I actually went and lined up for the panel before this just to get good seats at this one. My Hwa-chang was also here 2 panels before just so we could get in and enjoy the thing, and we just kept waiting, where's TGCF? And there was nothing. And then like she just said, they said cosplayers gather at the front, and then they did nothing, and then they said get out. And then, yeah,
I feel like
flop panel.
if they're such a huge company, they should be able to do better for their fans.
Kind of disappointing, but it's okay. We can wait another 800 years.
I actually blame Anime Expo because the people who were announcing to get out of the room, they were literally like, the people who were lined up, go ahead and just exit. You don't have to wait in line, just go. That's Anime Expo's fault. They need to have clear instructions to their panelists on what is the expectation, and then a little bit on Bilibili, because in their description, they had put Heaven's Official Blessing and Link Click. That was a bait. So obviously people are going to be here for Heaven's Official Blessing, and we did not get that. Again, like people mentioned, they told us, hey, we're going to take a couple of photos. We have some posters to like line up for those. That did not happen. And then again, the people who announced like, hey, you guys just need to get out because we have another panel, that was from Anime Expo. That was not from that wasn't on Bilibili's side. So I don't blame them for that. I just don't think that they did clear communication, and that's fully on Anime Expo because they have had a track record for all these years already. They're like, what, a decade old, and they're still having the same exact problems with no communication. But yeah, that's my 2 cents.